sledge down a hill all day until it's time to head home, where a fire is waiting for me. Black and white dinner, black and white dinner. We made the colors up in our minds. Black and white dinner, black and white dinner. Yes, we made the colors up in our minds. Trucks drive past, middle of class, at last the day's here. The fair's come to town, and there'll be waltzes and dodgems from the big wheel. Just like in a dream, we'll watch the town spinning around. Black and white dinner, black and white dinner. We made the colors up in our minds. Black and white dinner, black and white dinner. Yes, we made the colors up in our minds. Open a chest, put on a dress of orange, gold and green, and sing out loud with your friends. Down Goose's Lane you'll hear it again, louder through the years. The song will never end. Black and white dinner, black and white dinner. We made the colors up in our minds. Black and white dinner, black and white dinner. Yes, we made the colors up in our minds. Yes, we made the colors up in our minds. Three black ravens up in a tree. Three black ravens are following me around the city and the country. Oh, those three black ravens won't let me be. Calling in my ear since the day I was born. Every waking now they never leave me alone. Me and my girl were going steady. Me and my girl, we got married. Exchanged vows, but in the vestry there were three black ravens waiting for me. They jumped on her back and they pecked at her eyes. She said, it's me or the ravens, but you must decide. Well, I'm looking in the mirror and they're in it. Are they taking all my money and hid it? Well, I'm praying for the day when they just fly away. So fly, far, far away. Just fly away. Years later, oh, I'm growing old, living in a trailer by the side of the road. But I'm never lonely, you see. I've got three black ravens living with me. Life goes fast, but time goes slow. It's a kind of hell, but it's all I know. something in your soul, telling you of a peace of mind that you'll never know. I've got a pebble in my shoe. I've got a pebble in my shoe. When I ask my friends, what should I do? They say, for Christ's sake, just take off that shoe. I've got a pebble in my shoe. I've got a pebble in my shoe. I've got a pebble in my shoe.
Rustle the paper.
Five in the morning, alarm clock rings. Climb out of bed and away we go on Ursula's crawl, Ursula's crawl. Baker, milkman, farmer in the field. Never once do they look up and see Ursula's crawl, Ursula's crawl. Fields and streams stretch out before me, waving goodbye. We fly over sea. Hand in hand, high up above, 'twas no surprise to fall in love on Ursula's crawl, Ursula's crawl. No school, no job, no wife to be. Life in the sky is a life for me on Ursula's crawl, Ursula's crawl. Fields and streams stretch out before me, waving goodbye. We fly over sea. When I'm old and in my bed, I remember every word we said on Ursula's crawl, Ursula's crawl.
Well, that was wonderful. Eros Childs live in session with 3 Black Ravens. Welcome back to the programme, mate.
Hello, Mark. Thank you very much.
We've been doing this for a while now, haven't we?
It has been a few years now, hasn't it? Yes.
Yeah, and if you also want to go back even further to Radio 1, then we go back an age.
Why, last century, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and I was remembering just the other day when I was upstairs with Mark Radcliffe in the studio and there was a phone call from reception saying, we've got 2 guys down here and they've come to drop a tape off. And indeed, you were one of them.
I was, yes.
And with the tape of Gorky's. And so just whilst we're talking about Gorky's, we'll get to the album in a moment. But it's 18 years since you split up. Okay. And so do you ever go back to those records and have a listen to them?
No, not really, no. I mean, now and again you hear something on the radio, you know. Yeah, but I don't play albums as such, at home or anything like that. No.
Okay. Well, there have been some high-profile reunions of late. Have you ever thought of getting Gorky's back together again? Not that you need to, because your solo career's going so well, obviously, but...
No, not really, no. I mean, no, it hasn't really come up in my mind, that, no.
Right, well, I'll take that as a no, then. So you were flying solo tonight, as people will have noticed, but the tour that you've just done and the tour that you're about to do does feature a band. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, could you tell us who is in the band with you?
Yes, so we've got Stephen Black, a.k.a. Sweet Baboo, right. On bass, and he's playing a very strange wind synth as well, and singing. And then Stuart Kidd, he's on drums then, and we got Selma French, who does her own music, and she plays the violin and sings, and she's all the way from Norway.
Wow, okay. And so that means you mentioned Sweet Baboo there. He's been on this programme probably more times than anybody else. It might be a little bit of a battle in the car park with the Brewis brothers from Field Music.
Yeah.
But he's been in so many incarnations. But of course, it was you who introduced us to him in the first place.
That's right. He came in, I think it was about 2007, maybe 2008, around there. I think he was in my band back then, I think, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so, and it was I, famously, obviously, who christened your backing band the Roogie Boogie Band.
Yeah, that's right, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah.
What are they called these days?
Well, we call ourselves the S Band, so ESSS, because Eros, Stephen, Selma and Stuart. So it's a ABBA kind of... ABBA thing. Yeah.
Right, okay. All right, well, I won't suggest any others then. Okay, then, so your new album then, Beehive Beach. Does Beehive Beach, does it exist, or is it a place in your mind?
It only exists in my mind, yes. No. It's very cheap to get there as well, yeah.
Right. Okay, and so where do you record it, and who did you record it with?
So we recorded it in a chapel, it's also a converted chapel in Pembrokeshire. I'm not sure if it's actually in an actual town or village, really, but the nearest village is Clabberston, although I don't think it actually is in Clabberston. Anyway, so yeah, we recorded it there. It was a live record. We did it live, and then we overdubbed. Georgia Ruth sings on the record, and Stuart Kidd sang as well. So we did the live. Stuart, Stephen and me, we did it live. And then overdubbed a few clarinet and flute parts as well. Yeah,
okay, and is it self-produced?
I suppose, yeah, produced. I'm not sure what the term produced means anymore, really, but in the sense that I suppose booked the studio and wrote the material and put the musician, chose the musicians. I suppose that's production, I suppose, in the old school sense of the word, isn't it? Yeah.
The practicalities of it, I suppose it would be. Yeah. Okay, and so the last time you were in and playing for us, it was with Teenage Fan Club.
Ah, that's right, yeah.
And you've been travelling the world with the band, haven't you?
Oh yes, we've seen quite a bit, yes. Yeah.
You've been to America and Japan and all over the place. But I do remember I had a back and forth with John Dwyer from OCs, probably around about 4 or 5 months ago. And he was in Mongolia, and I thought, what's the scene like in Mongolia? But you went with Teenage Fan Club. That's
right, I think that might have been the very same festival, because I think OCs played on the Friday, and I think we were playing on the Saturday.
Right, okay.
I think I'm right in saying that. It was a festival, yes, and I think, we were both on the same bill.
Right, I mean, yes. I'm going to name drop again, but it was Simon Raymond from Cocktail Twins and Bella Union. I was doing a Q&A over the weekend at Louder Than Words. And he mentioned the fact that, when you're in a band, quite often, particularly if there's a bit of turbulence, and there was in Cocktails, and I was talking to Steve Hanley as well from The Fall, again, ditto, bit of turbulence. And you go to all these wonderful places, and quite often you don't really take it in because there's stuff going on around you, and you've got to try and keep the plate spinning. Yeah. But I can imagine that the Teenage Fan Club scenario is really, really harmonious. Please tell me it is.
Yes, it is. I can confirm the fact. It is
right, okay.
Definitely harmonious, yes, and also, seem to be, say, for example, going to Mongolia, there's always a day aside. You play the gig, and there's also a day off maybe before and after, so you do get the chance to kind of have a proper look around, and there's no screaming fights in that either. So it's good.
Perfect. And but so can you tell me what did you get up to in Mongolia?
Well, I walked around the town quite a bit, around Ulaanbaatar. Yeah, we went to museums, and we saw We did have a drink, a few drinks, and and also the festival itself was interesting because it was basically 7 or 8 miles of rough terrain going to go to reach the site itself. So that was being thrown about in a car for jolted about, but that was quite an experience. Yeah.
I mean, and you're talking about having that day off, which is a luxury, which most bands don't afford themselves.
No.
But if you look at bands like Teenage Fan Club and Tindersticks have been doing it for a while, actually, they do it they tour in a really civilised way, which makes them not end up hating it.
I think that's the key to it, really, isn't it? Yeah, even maybe with Gorky's, it was more a sense, I suppose, maybe when younger, you don't think about those things so much. You just, now I think there's an appreciation to the fact that you can, you get a chance to see the world as well, yeah.
I mean, it's driven by finance as well, obviously, isn't it?
That as well, yeah.
Am I right in saying this? I've got a terrible memory, but in the back of my mind, I can just remember America being a real grueler for Gorky's.
Well, it was more grueling maybe for my thing, really. We did a tour, I think, with Steve. Maybe the first tour I did, the first and last tour I did with a band in America. That was 2017. No one turned up. But anyway, there we are.
Okay, yeah, no, I know a lot. It's one of those things. Careful what you wish for, because a lot of bands do. Their aim is one of their aims is to go to America. And when they go there and have to really try and break the back of it, it's hard work, isn't it?
Yeah.
Before you do 2 more tunes for us, I just wanted to ask you quickly about The Unfairground, which the Kevin Ayres album. And I know Norman contributed to that album and various other people, but you did actually get to meet. It wasn't just one of those kind of Paul McCartney, Stevie Wonder send a file over through the ether. You met Kevin Ayres.
No, he was there with us. Yeah, we were there for about 3 or 4 days in a studio in Glasgow, and he was contributing. Well, I think what was happening was he recorded an album with the band Ladybug Transistor. Yeah, and then he wanted to overdub a few more extra things on, but he was very much there. Him and the manager. His manager, Tim, that's right, yeah. He was there, and I remember the one memory of me, Norman, and Kevin being in a vocal booth, and he was singing with us, and that was quite a good memory.
That must have been something of a dream come true, because I know that you're steeped in that a lot of the music from that era.
Oh certainly, yeah, it was, yeah. And to be honest with you, I was a bit overawed by the experience, really. I tended to kind of... I don't know. It was quite something. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, that's the fan in you, which is a great thing, isn't it? Okay, then. So, here we go. The tour date. So, the 6th of December, you're playing Glasgow Hug and Pint. The 7th, Edinburgh, the Wee Red Bar. The 9th will be Sunderland Pop Rex Limited. The 10th, Sheffield Hallamshire Hotel. The 11th, Hebden Bridge Trades Club. The 12th, Narbeth, Queen's Hall. 13th, Cardiff Club before Bach. The 14th, Bristol, the Exchange, finishing in London at the Lexington, the 15th of December. So as I say, the album is called Beehive Beach, and it's wonderful. And you're going to do 2 more tunes for us, aren't you?
I am, right.
What are they, then? In which order?
This one's called Pebble In My Shoe.
Great, okay, thank you.